Hair Love, Matthew A. Cherry and Karen Murphy-Tolliver.
A big win for the movie Hair Love last night, and the producers brought a special guest to the Oscars, a young man whose school has threatened to ban him from graduation unless he cuts off his dreadlocks.
Tammy joins us now with a Toronto-made movie that shines a spotlight on how natural black hair is often scrutinized at school and beyond. It's called Pick. Good morning, Tam.
Good morning. So before we get to Pick, I just want to give a little bit of background where a lot of schools and even some workplaces, some businesses will have, let's say, dress code policies that can often affect and impact black hair, natural hair, the way whether you're wearing it in braids, dreadlocks, whatever it is, or even considering an afro unprofessional. And so black women and men have been going through this through the ages, forever. And growing up as well, I know that when I was growing up, I always had people either touching my hair or making these snide comments, and it does affect you and impact you. And so this short film, Pick, it was made here in Toronto by Scarborough producers, and it's based on real life experiences.
And the microaggressions.
Yes.
You know, even though maybe you're a spectator, or you're not saying anything, or you are saying something, you don't realize how it's teeny tiny cuts every single day.
And it builds up and it builds up. So Alicia K. Harris, her sister Vanessa Harris, as well as another producer, Rebecca Ortiz, put together this film called Pick. It is a short film, but it makes such an impact. I could relate. I know that many other men and women in the city, if you watch this story, can relate. So let's take a little look at that first.
I really wanted to make a film that I wish I had seen as a child that showed this struggle. And I think that if I had seen specifically this film and been able to relate to the character, I maybe would have felt a little less alone.
The film is called Pick, written and directed by Toronto filmmaker Alicia K. Harris, documenting what picture day is like for a young black student who wears her natural hair to school. From the comments,
actually, black people can't get lice.
What?
To the mocking.
Well, it's easier for lice to move through hair that's smooth.
All things Harris experienced while growing up.
I never saw, you know, woman with natural hair, woman with afro, like on TV or like in a magazine. It was never really sold to me as like a beautiful look. So from a young age, I just felt this pressure to change and to straighten my hair.
The movie was made with support from Kickstarter contributions and produced by Alicia's twin sister, Vanessa. They grew up with a very different experience because of the difference in their hair texture.
Getting to learn through the process of making this film, stuff that Alicia's been dealing with her whole life, it's like truly eye-opening, and it's like really one of those times where it's like you step back and you look at your own privilege and stuff, because we, you know, we're similar, but there's so many things that I don't deal with that Alicia deals with.
The sisters say the short film is educational for all ages and backgrounds, especially for school officials, with numerous recent instances of black boys and girls being penalized in class for their natural hairstyles.
How many stories I've read of like little black girl wears braids, wears dreadlocks, wears their afro, and they're told that their look is not professional. And, you know, I think that is the absolutely wrong message to send a young black child that is still forming their idea of beauty.
Still face like microaggressions, like comments, or like people just touching my hair without asking. Like, that's really rude, I find.
14-year-old Hazel Downey is the young actress in the film. She has a message for anyone feeling like the crown they were born with isn't enough.
It's built for you for a reason, so you should definitely embrace your hair and wear it out no matter like what you think people might say, because those people, I mean, they don't have the same hair as you. You're different. You should see it in a unique way, like you're special.
So well said.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Such a good way to end it there, because that is exactly, I think, what's happening more and more often. I think when I was growing up, it was a little bit tougher because natural hair wasn't anywhere.
No.
And so it was always this straight. I straightened my hair. I begged in grade 5. Finally, my mom let me chemically straighten my hair. I've stopped since, but I did for years. And it was all that pressure and the little microaggressions growing up.
Yeah.
Even the little things, like I think about, you know, we're going to school field trips. We'd go to Science Center. Love the Science Center. And, you know, you'd put your hands on that big static ball. My natural hair doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't go anywhere. And so even like kids would poke and prod at even that. And so it was just this feeling of wanting to belong and not feel like
ostracized.
Yeah,
Yes.
like you're an other. And the questions and the, do you wash your hair? That kind of thing. These are the questions that you hear and the mocking that you get. So Pick, I thought, really just put this in a 11-minute film. They really were able to describe exactly just that feeling without very much dialogue in it. And I thought it was incredibly impactful.
So important for
and
everybody.
it's difficult because sometimes these questions are asked out of curiosity, though,
Right.
and ignorance, right? I mean, and so hopefully it starts a dialogue and you can talk to people and get the message to it, and then they move it on and tell other people.
Start with this film. Go
Yeah.
see it. Pick will be screened at the TIFF Bell Lightbox this upcoming Sunday, February 16th.
And it's going to be
for
at
more
the
information,
TIFF Next Wave Film Fest.
You got it, love.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so
More
full story
information there.
tonight on City News at 5 and 6 too.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks, Tam.